Good evening, Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. My name is Maze Udochukwu, and today's date is the 24th day of month of January 2022. So today we're going to be talking about the referendum. And first of all, remember today is our barrister's birthday, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Today is his birthday. Before we start the program properly, we are going to wish him happy birthday. I've got a song here that I would like to play for him. Please, if you can hear me, say yes, I can hear you. Let me be sure that I am coming out clear. If you are watching us on YouTube or maybe on Facebook, try to comment. Let me know that I'm coming out clear before we proceed with today's program. Comment. Let me see. Let me confirm that I am coming out clear before we proceed properly. All right, Don Prince, thank you for confirming. Chidebere Okoro, thank you for joining the program. Share the program. Florence, thank you from Facebook. Thank you, everybody, for joining the program. Thank you, Don Prince. Thank you, Chidebere. Thank you, Florence. Benedict, thank you. Favor, thank you for joining the program. Share the program. Let's have more people on. Today is Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor's birthday, and we are going to be playing a song for him to celebrate him a little bit before we continue with program. Then I show you some videos and some other things that we're going to be talking about today. Prince Mark, thank you for joining the program. Thank you, everybody. Maswell, thank you. Selena, thank you for joining the program. Ifoma, thank you for joining the program. I greet everybody. Good evening from here. Now, we're going to celebrate our barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. We're going to celebrate him a little bit, then we'll start the program properly. Remember, like I told us yesterday, I've been trying to see if I'll figure out a way to play our national anthem on here with the new software that we launch here, but I've not really find that option on how to play national anthem. But nevertheless, we'll continue with that national anthem. But as time goes on, I will try to figure out how to do that while we are broadcasting here. Now, let's listen to this. Let's celebrate our barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor a little bit. Then, when I come back after this music, then we will start properly with today's program. Now, let's listen to this. Adiri boma ayeri bife ayambom. Adiri boma ayatali fe ayambom. Adiri boma ayeri bife ayambom. Adiri boma ayatali fe ayambom. Yebuna wadarowa. Yebuna wadarowa. Yebuna butimba ayambom. Ayi na yo chikeru. Ayi ayamba ayambom. Ayi na yo chikeru. Ayi ayamba ayambom. Yebuna wadarowa. Yebuna wadarowa. Yebuna butimba ayambom. Kaji wena wishi odogu osi bondo onu na kuli oti wena de kuba dia ebu barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Happy birthday to you. I'm going to come to the 4th of January. Get to myself for the love of King God. I take one man and give away. I will never say happy birthday. No man can say that. Long life and prosperity. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Aguna temba, aguna temba, aguna temba, oge shiru, ogani golwebu, barista nila maye galwaka, nabonga ina shake, barista no 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 na, ogani golwebu, barista
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Barista, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Barista, many returns. Barista, enjoy, enjoy. Congratulations, many returns. Barista, enjoy, enjoy. Barista, enjoy, enjoy. Anu de Kuribo. Happy birthday to you. Long life and prosperity. May your days be long. Happy birthday to you. We wish you well. Everybody stand. Everybody America. Iburu wa fi Igbo kweru ma yoro. Barista Igbo don follow. Iburu wa fi Igbo kweru ma yoro. Barista Igbo don follow. Igbo don follow. Ayoro kunu kwajo so biaga. Barista. Happy birthday to you, everybody. Honorable Iboni now. Ayoro kunu kwajo so biaga. Imana chire kumi mafi Igbo nanya. Agubo una America. Barista me ya umra marobo. Anibanai, barista mayo. Orinanya kobumbu wana tuari Chineke. Orinanya kobumbu wana tuari. Orinanya kobumbu wana tuaru mibo. Orinanya kobumbu wana tuari. Tinasala yoku, tinasala boku no wabu wanke mano. Tinasala boku, tinasala boku no wabu wanke mano. Barista no kono bibo mama. Yabula joku ture bukobo. Onye kuna kejange kampa bobo. Ekwa akaripa atawa ya bana tuya. Takije no nye mwe. Yabia de chese na loso. Ima no fitis kobu. Kandi kono butajo kobu. Barista na madu kana bende mwanu sibia. Osonya buro kuriri nise. Ubibe na nukuti na kare ronoku.
All right, so we just played that song to celebrate our barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, because today is his birthday. So we posted something on our Facebook page in the morning to celebrate him, and we are on air this evening. So I said, let me quickly play that song to celebrate him the more. Our barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, happy birthday and many, many years await you. So we're going to start now that we finished celebrating our barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. So we're going to start with today's program. And what we are going to be talking about today is a referendum. And I've got some videos to share with you, so you hear from people who know better. So before I go ahead and show you that video, share the program if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on Facebook as well, share the program so other people will get to join the program. Now, remember last week we have our barristers who went to Abuja and they filed a suit concerning this referendum of a thing. And we have some people from Akwa Ibom, we have the Ijo people, and we have the Arewa people who as well uh, filed for the same referendum application. So what this means is they are calling on federal government to give people that chance to choose where they will belong to. So application has been filed and they adjourned the court case till March the 16th. So March the 16th, the barristers will go back to Federal High Court Abuja to discuss about that referendum, how it's going to be. Because actually, why the Nigerian government are afraid to give people that opportunity to choose where they will belong to, because they know that already Nigeria is a failed state. So they are scared, if you ask me. That is why they have not given people that opportunity to decide where they want to go to. It's just one man, one vote. It's as simple as that. You give the people referendum, you give them that chance to go where they want to go to. If you say you want to stay in Nigeria, all well and fine, then you remain in Nigeria. Then if you say you don't want to stay in Nigeria, is you join Biafra. Just you have to just decide where you will go to. So Nigerian federal government of Nigeria, they are afraid, and that is why they don't want to. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about the referendum. They are terrified, all of them, and they know that so many people will go for Biafra, and that is why they don't want to talk about it. Whenever you mention referendum, they either talk something else, or maybe they look for something else and cover it up. Remember, even before they kidnap our leader Mazina and Kano, our leader Mazina and Kano has been calling for this referendum of a thing. Before they adopted him in Kenya and brought him back to Nigeria, he has been talking about this referendum. Give the people that chance to choose where they want to go to. But federal government are so terrified, they are afraid. They don't want to do that because they know that so many people will queue to Nigeria. There is this video that we queue to Biafra. There is this video that I want to show you now. The video is it seems to be a comedy video, but that video passed a lot of information. Now I'm going to show you this video. I want you to watch this. Then if I come back after after this video, then I will put a video of our attorney, the new attorney that took over from Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. So you listen to him. But first of all, I want you to watch this. Now watch this.
Voting still continue. You can see it live and direct. Again, as ever, our men, our women, our fathers, we are all voting for Biafra. And there is no vote for Nigeria. You can see it happening live in Delta State. The enemy can do nothing about it. Come 16th of February 2019. Delta State is for Biafra. You can see that the line is endless. The line is endless. The line is endless. Oh, hey, Biafra. The line is endless. The line is endless. The line is endless. Oh, hey, Biafra.
Did you understand what was happening there? Did you understand the video that you just finished watching now? That is what it will look like when federal government gives referendum to the people. When they say, okay, fine, go take the referendum, let the people decide where they want to go to. Now, that video that you just finished watching seems like a comedy video, but that video pass a lot of message. That is the reality of the whole thing. And the so-called federal government, they know. They know that when referendum is being given to the people, Nigeria is going to be empty. I mean, everybody will have to, either you go to Oduduwa or you go to Biafra or Arawa people. Nigeria is going to be empty. I want you to watch that video again.
Voting still continue. You can see it live and direct. Happening at Sabah, our men, our women, our fathers, we are all voting for Biafra. And there is no vote for Nigeria. You can see it happening live in Delta State. The enemy can do nothing about it. Come 16th of February 2019. Delta State is for Biafra. You can see that the line is endless. The line is endless. The line is endless. Oh, Biafra. The line is endless. The line is endless. The line is endless. Oh, Biafra.
Did you understand? I don't know if some of you are really, getting what that video is talking about. I don't know if some of you are understanding what the video means. What that means is people are queuing up in Biafra. Nobody's going for Nigeria. And these people, the so-called people who are in power in federal government, Nigerian federal government, they know that whenever referendum is being given, a lot of people is going to leave. So I just showed you that video. So you have a sense of some of the things that we're going to be talking about today. Now, I want you to listen to this our barrister, this our Anthony. And when you just stay there, I'll get you a video.
Constitution to be subjected to a referendum for the Nigerian people. Why are we afraid of a referendum? Referendum simply means that the people buy into the document so that it does not just become plastic. It becomes animated. It carries the will of the people. It carries their imprimatur. It becomes legitimate. It becomes respected. It becomes autochthonous. It enjoys the will, respectability, and legitimacy of the people, as the American people did. In about 1788, in Philadelphia, when they met, the Republic of Nigeria at the age of 24, and he was Nigeria's permanent representative at the United Nations before he was 26. Dr. Jack Yakubu Gowon became head of state of Nigeria at the age of 32. And guess what? He was a bachelor. People like King Alfred Dietespi, they became governors. Many of them, Dr. Sam Ogbemudia, at the age of between 28 and 30. Today, you have Nigerians who are between 30 and 35 still struggling to pass through the university to get their first degree, because a course that ought to have been for 4 years is elongated through strikes and other catastrophes to become a course of 7 years, 8 years, and 9 years. Now, the children that ought to be protected are rendered most vulnerable. In Nigeria, they go to school. In their schools, they are captured by Boko Haram, by kidnappers, by armed bandits, and their parents are made to pay ransom. In fact, in the one that happened in Kaduna, that one took on an higher altitude when the kidnappers now demanded from the parents of the kidnapped children to buy and bring for them bags of rice, beans, gari, palm oil, vegetable oil, sugar, salt, Maggi cubes. They even dictated how many of these should be brought, or else they will kill their children. That was to keep the children alive for the purpose of ransom being paid for them. So we have a situation where we are all vulnerable, not just our children. In schools, we are vulnerable. In our markets, we are vulnerable. In our offices, we are vulnerable. On the streets, we are vulnerable. In our farms, we are vulnerable. In the air, we are vulnerable. On the waters, we are vulnerable. Everywhere, there is problem. Nigeria has never had it so bad. And a country like that, without peace and tranquility, without security and welfare, which are the two primary purposes of government, can never progress. It will just suffer the fate of the barber's chair of perpetual motion on its axis without any progress. And that is why today's symposium, today's workshop on Nigerian children and insecurity is very apt, very apposite, and very timeless, because it presents us an opportunity to x-ray the clear and present danger of the multifarious problems that currently beset the Nigerian child, who, when he is not able to go to school, is also made a child laborer, selling gala and pure water on our streets, or married out as a girl wife to rich people between the ages of 12 and 16. That is not how to grow or develop a country. Nigeria must begin to go back to brass tacks. We need a new constitution for the people, a constitution to be subjected to a referendum for the Nigerian people. Why are we afraid of a referendum? Referendum simply means that the people buy into the document, so that it does not just become plastic, it becomes animated. It carries the will of the people. It carries their imprimatur. It becomes legitimate. It becomes respected. It becomes autochthonous. It enjoys the will, respectability, and legitimacy of the people, as the American people did. In about 1788, in Philadelphia, when they met, people like George Washington, they met there, and they agreed to have constitution after debating it between May and September. And they finally subjected what they arrived at to the people who voted into it. That was how they agreed on a presidential system of government. They agreed on the doctrine of separation of powers between the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, a doctrine that was in 1748 propounded by the great French philosopher Baron de Montesquieu. It was there they agreed on the doctrine of judicial review, that even after the legislature has made laws, the judiciary can review the laws and strike them down where they feel that they are unconstitutional. The American Constitution is less than 8,000 words. And how many amendments? Less than 25 amendments. And the country is the greatest democracy in the world. The present Nigerian Constitution is illegitimate. It can never take us to El Dorado. Why are we afraid of a new constitution? It was done in South Africa. It was done in Sudan. It was done in Eritrea. It was done in Iraq, in Iran. It was done in Malaysia, when Malaysia and Singapore separated. Why are we afraid of a new constitution? Why are we afraid to discuss Nigerian problems? Why are we patching the walls? Each time the walls develop chaos and cracks, we patch them with mortar, with cement, and believe that the problem is over. When you come back the following day, the cracks are bigger. What do? You go to the bottom of the wall. You bring iron rods, you bring mortar, you basket it from the ground. Then you have a structure standing gidigba. When a tree in your compound is growing roots, wide roots that make your walls to crack, what do? Do you just go and cut off the branches? If you do, more branches will grow and the tap roots will get bigger. So what do? You go to the tree and go to the tap root and cut them off. Then the tree will die and then your walls will have respite. That is what we need to do for Nigeria by having a new constitution of the people to be subjected to the people's referendum and plebiscite as was done to the then Midwest Regional Constitution on the 10th of August 1963 when they left Western region. We cannot continue to treat serious ailment like epilepsy with drug meant for mere eczema. It will not work. We cannot pretend like the proverbial ostrich that buries his head in the sand, pretending that his backside is not being seen. We cannot pretend to be like the chichi dodo bird that Professor Ayikwe Ama envisaged in his novel, The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born. A bird that hates human excrement with all his soul, but feeds on maggots that wriggle out of decaying human excrement. We cannot continue to pretend that we hate beans, but that our best food is akara and moi moi. We cannot pretend that Hamlet is different from the Prince of Denmark. We cannot pretend to argue that 6 is different from half a dozen. For as long as we do that, for so long, will Nigeria continue to be on a journey to no destination because there's no compass. The civil populace, the civil society has a job to do. We must galvanize and oppose tyranny from all quarters. It was Leonard Hand who once said that the only price we have to pay for our liberty is eternal vigilance. It was ex-American President Thomas Jefferson who said there is tyranny when the people feel.
All right, the video stops there. In case maybe you're joining the program, the person that you're hearing his voice is Barrister Mike. Is the new leader or the new leader of our legal team. Somebody who took over from Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. He's the one leading the team now. And if you listen to some of the things that he said, you will hear what he said concerning the referendum and why federal government is running away from this referendum of a thing. Then before I play you the video of this our Anthony, I showed us a video that looks like a comedy video, but that video passed a lot of messages to our people. Now, we asked for referendum, and the so-called federal government, people in power, they are not saying anything about it. Now, have you asked yourself a question? Why? Why didn't they give us a referendum? Because they know that when they say, okay, here is the referendum, do whatever you want to do with it, they know that so many people have already given up to Nigeria. Even as we speak now, there are so many people who are forming their own group. So many people out there agitating. So many people wants to leave Nigeria. So that is why they don't want to talk anything about referendum. It's not as if maybe given the referendum is too difficult, or maybe it's so difficult for them to do, but they just don't want to do it. They know that if they do it, many people will leave Nigeria. Now, I want you to watch this again. Then, if I come back, I'll show you another video. I want you to rewatch that video that looks like comedy. Now, here is it. Watch.
Voting still continue. You can see it live and direct. Again, as our men, our women, our fathers, we are all voting for Biafra. And there is no vote for Nigeria. You can see it happening live in Delta State. The enemy can do nothing about it. Come 16th of February 2019. Delta State is for Biafra. You can see that the line is endless. The line is endless. The line is endless. Oh, hey, Biafra. The line is endless. The line is endless. The line is endless. Oh, hey, Biafra.
All right, there you have it. You saw the video, right? That is how it's going to look like in reality. If Nigerian government, if they issued a referendum, that is how it's going to look like. It's as simple as that. And that is just why they are running away from the referendum of a thing. Now, there is this another video I want you to listen to, though it's old video, but just listen to it. This man that I'm about to play his video now pass a very strong information. And when the video finish playing, then if I come back, I will drop the link. If you want to contribute, then you come on here, we talk. Now, let's watch.
Who make contributions. The case of the Southeast with IPOB was a case where there was no representation from anybody from that zone. IPOB was immediately branded a terrorist organization, and they took a decision to go to court to proscribe it. There was no voice to say, no, these people are not terrorist organization. They don't belong to terrorist organization. There was nobody. It was convenient for them to reach that quick decision because there was nobody to say, no, this is not the reason. These people are agitating for attention to their plight as a people. Why can't you find a way of dialoguing with these people, use the carrot approach, bring them to the table, and offer them hope? Because hope keeps people alive. Tell them, we'll meet you this way, calm down, everything will be all right. But there was nobody to do that. They launched Operation Python Dance. I don't know what they will launch before the elections. You know, we may see crocodile is launched somewhere. There must be hippopotamus dance before the next elections in the Southeast. These are things that are not managed because of non-representation. If there was anybody from the Southeast in the National Defense Council, he will advise caution that this is an alternative. Let us set up a committee to interface with these youths. The other day, a few days ago, I saw Nnamdi Kanu resurfaced in Israel, Jerusalem. That's where he is now. And they were here. The borders were porous. He left Umuahia. Nobody saw him. And only he surfaced the other day. Very soon, some challenges will start coming again. But these are things you can ordinarily solve through dialogue. I have continued to canvass this situation, both on televisions, newspapers, and various interviews, that the way the IPOB issue had been handled by the government of Nigeria was wrong. I said so. People who don't carry arms, you don't brand them terrorists. Otherwise, people will be killed every day in the Southeast if it was the situation. No bombs, nothing. You've never heard that a bomb was detonated in the Southeast. You know, those elements you find in terrorism. You know, you find terrorism elsewhere. then those elements were absent. So people are just calling on government to look on their way and help resolve their problems. Instead of doing that, they're using a big stick to kill an ant. And I asked a question. I said, have you seen anywhere in the world where you prescribe a people's grievances with court order? So if you are not happy now, I'll get to the court and ask the court to order you to be happy. Will you be happy? So you don't use court order to go and tell somebody not to be happy. He will continue to be angry until you look at the reasons for his being unhappy. And this is what Nigerian government should do. This country will be great for everybody. If something develops somewhere, all of us will run there and then see what's the problem, what do we do to resolve it. The other day in Kaduna, 55 people were killed. People are continuously being killed. And there was one thing I said one day in the chamber here, when the killings were on daily basis across the country. I said, these killings were going on because government has not done the right thing. The government must move in soldiers to these places. If you move soldiers to these places, you'll be able to contain the insurgency and the spate of killings going on. It was on April that I said, April 24th, during plenary. On 26th, the president directed that the soldiers should go to Benue. And when they went into Benue, within a few days, some people were apprehended. Thereafter, have you been hearing about killings again in Benue? It went down. They took over Zamfara forest. They say, oh, these are people from across the border. They come there to kill people. I said, unless you launch a military operation, that place, you can't stop it. The government ordered a raid on the forest. Have they been killing people in Zamfara again? These things will go down. It's just a decision. The will to do the right thing, take the right action, everything will end. So that is what we are saying now. It's easy to quench all protests. Okay, I'm waiting for Labour, TUC, and Nigerian Labour Congress. They've just given notice that they will go on strike next week. So let them prepare and go to court and order them to go to work. So we must know how to handle our problems through dialogue and persuasion, so that if you eliminate sources of dissent, you hope to have a progressive country. Thank you. So you've taken it. So my motion is still alive. I want you to record me. Listen, I want you to record me that my motion is still alive. My motion was not thrown away. Yes, it was not overruled, but it was noted. One day it will be dealt with. We'll get to prayers in no distant time. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Well done. Yeah, you sent me the invitation.
All right, so you just heard it from that man. Some of the issues. This is an old video, right? And some of the things that this man addressed on that video is playing out even up until now, and it's been happening. It's an old video. I can't really remember the year that he made that video. So most of the things that he addressed there is happening even up to today. Even worst is happening. People are agitating, just like he said. You don't go, to kill them when they are agitating. You call them and ask them what they want. What are those things that you are agitating for? But in the case of federal government, Nigerian federal government, what did they do? When we come out to protest, they will kill us, thinking that killing us will make us to remain silent. Whenever we come out, they will kill us. Whenever you stand up to speak, they will say, "Bring, who is she? Who is he? Who is she speaking? bring her or he. So these are the things that's been happening for years now, and it keeps happening. The only solution is to give the people what they want, which is referendum that we've been clamoring for. Give us referendum so people will decide where they will go to. So now, if you check here now, if you check on the comment section, you will see a link I dropped there. Click on the link. If there's something you want to say regarding what we are talking about today, the topic of this, our today's program, if there's something you want to say regarding the referendum of a thing and some of the videos that I've played here and some things that we've talked about on here, just click on that link. Just check on the comment section. There's a link I dropped there. Just click on it. Then you come on here. Let's talk. Then when you click on that link, there is an option for you to either on your camera or you off it. So if you don't want to show your face, that's fine. Just click on that link, come on here. Let's talk a little bit. We're not going to stay long on air tonight. We're just going to do it. Uh, we're just going to do it. Just going to do short video, not as long as the one we'll be doing all this while. So click on the link, come on here. Let's talk. If you check on the screen there, you will see a comment and pin there by Prince Mark. Prince Mark said Biafra is going to be the most beautiful country in the world, and that has been the fear of the so-called Britain. Absolutely. You are right. They don't want Biafra to, they are afraid because if Biafra eventually comes, Biafra is going to be the second of Japan. That's why they are terrified. That's why they are afraid. And that is why they don't want to give us a referendum because they know that many people are with Biafra, including the so-called governors and your local government chairman, the politicians, everybody. They are supporting Biafra in one way or the other. But the problem we are having with them is that they are not coming openly to talk about Biafra, but deep down inside their heart, they are supporting Biafra. They are. Most of the things that our leader Mazina Kanu is talking on Radio Biafra, most of them reason with some of the things that our leader Mazina Kanu has been preaching all this while. So actually why they are not coming openly to talk about Biafra, or maybe you see them on conference, they don't discuss about Biafra, is because of their Fulani masters in Asurok and the north. That is why. If Biafra eventually comes now, all of them are going to enjoy the freedom of the country Biafra. I have someone on here. Let's hear from him. Please go ahead and talk to us. Good evening from here. Are you there? All right. He's not talking. When you're ready, you let us know. So what we are saying is Nigerian government, they are afraid because they know that many people are for Biafra. Okwudi, are you there? All right, I will have to remove you if you don't want to. If you don't want to say anything, but I can see that you're here. So what we are saying is, give us referendum. Let people decide where they want to go to. Please, if you are still here with us, you will see a comment there. You will check on the comment section. There's a link on the step on that link. Come on here. Let's talk about what is happening, the referendum, and some of the videos that you've watched on the program tonight. I'm going to share the link again. Click on that link. Come on here. Let's talk. Okudi, are you ready to talk now?
Yes.
Good
Good
evening.
evening. Good evening, dear friends, all over the world. And Chukwokika bless every one of us. In Yoshua's name, I pray.
You say, go ahead. Where are you reaching us from?
I'm reaching us from Asaba, Biafra land, Delta State.
All right, go ahead. What do you have to say concerning what we're talking about tonight, the topic of the program?
Okay. My name's Bishop Dr. Favor Oputa. I'm from Obuaru, local government, Biafra land. I'm going to say that we are not going to go back. We are strongly standing on the Biafra land. We will defend our land. We are strongly here, powerfully here, standing. We have taken an oath not to go back, neither life or death. I want to encourage all the Biafrans all over a Biafra land for everybody to stand for resolute. We have taken decision. This Meg is enough. We are tired of one Nigeria. One Nigeria, their constitution is a scam to us. We don't need them. Let them leave us alone. We are people of God. We are able to take care of ourselves. We don't need anybody's help. So I'm telling our people all over the world that we should not give up. We should not be tired. We will strive. We keep on fighting. Higher kill that will kill us. At the end, we will get our kingdom. We have taken an oath that death or life, we will defend our land. Biafra must come. God will give up Biafra. We just finished our 21 days fasting and prayer. And we are telling Chukwokika to give us our land, to reclaim our land. The enemy have invaded us. They invaded our land. They have taken away our resources, draining our oil. What Chukwokika bless us for. They have taken even our girls, taking our women, killing us, even started from the Biafran war to date, installing their own people in our own land. Look at Imo State. They turn Imo State to battleground, killing us, splitting our blood in our own land. We don't want it. We need referendum. And we are going for referendum. And nothing will stop us in the name of Chukwokika. I know that one day, our Hamadike said it, we will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra. And I strongly believe on it. And I've been praying to Chukwokika for it to happen. That this scam is enough. Look at the mark to enter our institution. The northern will not get any mark. But here, get 150 mark, cut you off. Or somebody who have not attended secondary school will get admission in university. What kind of useless country we are? robbing some to pay others. Is it not hypocrite? That is why the zoo Nigeria cannot stand, because it is built on the faulty foundation. The foundation are not genuine, the foundation are not right. There is no equal fair sharing. There is no equal distribution of, even come to Southeast, people are struggling to survive here. Pure water now is 20 naira. Everything on the high cost. Talk less transportation. People are struggling. Neighbor begging neighbor to eat. In short, we are tired of Nigeria. Let our people stand. Let us get our referendum. We will take care of ourselves. That is what I want to say. May God bless all Biafrans all over the world. Bless our people wherever they are. Thank God for the other day, I was watching our people in Ivory Coast protesting. May God encourage them. Let us come out en mass. Let us keep shaking the zoo. One day the zoo will collapse from their foundation. Already they are failing. Already their lies for years are coming to light. And I pray that God, Chukwu Kikabiama, will bless us. He say, he say.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for that wonderful contribution. Thank you, our brother who just called now. Thank you for that wonderful contribution. Please, if you are listening to us now, there is a link on the comment section. You can use the link. Come on here. Let's talk about. Let's just talk concerning the topic that we're discussing tonight. There's a link there on the comment section. Just give me a second. Let me pin. Let me put. Let me put the link again for you to just come on here. So there's a link there. Click on the link, just like our brother who just finished talking to us. Click on that link and come on here. Let's talk. There's an option for you. Is either you on your camera or you turn it off. So whatever way you want to appear, there's an option for you to do so. So tonight we are talking about referendum, right? We are talking about referendum. Why is it that federal government of Nigeria is kind of uh, doing as if they are not understanding what we are talking about? Why is it that they are adamant concerning this referendum of a thing? That is some of the things that we're talking about tonight. For my own understand, referendum is just let the will of the people prevail. If we give people referendum, people will choose where they want to go to. And our leader Mazina Kanu said it that actually why he is talking about referendum is because he doesn't want people to maybe kind of said, oh, you're forcing us to be a Biafra, or maybe you want us to join you as a Biafra. No. And that's why he come up with what he called referendum. Referendum where you will have to choose where you will go to. Just one man, one vote. When the referendum is being given, then you will have to vote where you want to belong to. If you want to still stay with your one Nigeria, that's fine. If you want to join Biafra, you have to vote. And these people, the people in power, are not paying attention to the referendum of a thing. Then we are asking, why are they doing as if they don't know what the referendum is about? Because they are terrified. They know that Nigeria itself has collapsed, and they know that so many people will go for Biafra or rather other people, maybe people from Oduduwa or the Ariwas, they will want their own country. And that is why these people, whenever you mention referendum, they are not saying anything about it. Just like our brother that just called recently, that just finished talking to us now, he said, if you go to the north, people, did you know if you go to the north, people in the north, they don't write JAMB before they gain admission into university in the north. But when you come to the east, you will have to sit for JAMB and you have to score about 200 and something cutoff mark before you be able to gain admission into universities in the east. But when you go to the north, there is nothing like JAMB. And some of you are still believing in one Nigeria. Some of you are still believing that we are together. Now, if you come to the east, there is no one embassy in the east. None. No embassy in the east, no seaport. There is no good road. The second Niger bridge that they started, I can't even remember when that project, when they commissioned that project and they started building on that bridge. Go and check. The bridge is still there up until now. If you are traveling to Onitsha, you will be on hold up for 2 to 3 hours before you be able to get to Onitsha main market. So the imagination is too much, and that is why we are clamoring to leave, and they are still holding us back. They don't want us to go. Nothing seems to be working. If you want to travel to abroad, you have to, if you are living in Enugu or maybe you are living in Aba or you live in Owerri and you want to apply for a visa to travel, you have to travel all the way from Enugu to Lagos or Abuja, as the case may be, before you be able to apply for visa. There is no single embassy in the East. If maybe you know anyone in the East, let me know because I've not seen any. If there is an embassy in the East, let me know. I've seen none in the East. If you are living in Germany and you ship a car from Germany to Nigeria, the car will have to get to Lagos first. The car would have to get to, what is it called? The Apapa airport, Apapa ship port. Then from the Apapa ship port, then you will go and clear the car before you will drive the car from Lagos to, maybe for instance you live in Umaya. Before you will drive the car from Apapa ship port to Umaya, you will settle the customs, you will settle the soldiers on the road, you will settle the police checkpoint here and there before you will drive the car all the way from that Lagos and you get to Umahia. You will spend more than 100,000 naira. But in the east, we have rivers in Calabar, we have rivers in Iguacha, and we have rivers in Asaba ship where they can build a ship port, make it easy for us. But when you go to these regions that I just mentioned, you found none of these things. If your brother who is living in America ship a goods for you, you have to travel to Lagos to clear it. If you want to apply for a visa to travel to China, you have to go to Lagos or you go to Abuja. But when time for election comes, they locate all the rural areas, all the communities. You will see ballot box everywhere. Ballot box must get to all the communities anywhere in Nigeria. But when you go to those communities, they don't even have electricity. They don't have good roads. And these are some of the things that we've seen, and we said enough of all of these things. We want to leave, and they are still holding us back. They are still holding us back. The marriage is not working. We want to leave, but you are telling me that you must remain in the marriage, whether you like it or not. And we are saying no for it. They have killed us on several occasions, and they are still killing us up until now. So if you are still here, if you are still listening to us and you want to contribute on some of these things that we're talking about now, I'm going to drop a link in which you can join the program. But if you don't have other people to join the program, then I'll have to stop here, and hopefully tomorrow we are going to start again. There's a comment, there's a link that I just dropped there now on the comment section. Just check there, click on it, come on here, I will bring you, you talk to us. But if you don't have other people to contribute on the program, then I will have to stop the program here, and I will see all of you tomorrow, because I started today's program a little bit late because I was doing something at the background, but I just finished a little bit late. I said, let me just come on here and let's discuss about some of these things, some of the things that when federal government hear about it, some of the things that maybe in other Western countries, when you talk about it, there will be a roundtable to discuss about it. But when you bring issues like this in Nigeria, people who claims to be pe- people who claims to be the leaders and the so-called president, they pay deft ear to some of those things. And now they are talking about political solution. And what is political solution? This is what our leader Mazen Kano have been, not just only even our leader Mazen Kano. There was a time our leader Mazen Kano had a meeting with Eastern governors to discuss about some of those things that we are lacking in Biafra land. And what happens when our leader met them and gave them all the list of the things that he wants in the East? They do nothing about it. All they could do is just to kind of bribe him and offer the money for him to shut up, but he refused to take the money. I have Azubike here. Azubike, good evening. Thank you for joining the program. Go ahead, please. I think you'll be the last person.
Good evening, my brother. All hail
Good
Biafra.
evening.
I
What do you
am
have to
Azubike
say
Belema.
concerning what we are discussing tonight?
Okay. All I have to say is just a little thing. The video he showed us here give us the clear example of what is going to happen. For those of them saying Bonny State is not Biafra land and other places is not Biafra land, this is a clear to them. One man, one vote. They are not
Exactly.
going to decide for people.
Yes,
One
you
man,
saw the
one
video,
vote.
right? You saw the video. That is
Yes,
the
I saw the
reality
video.
of what is
So
going to
it's like
happen.
I'm the one that told those people to prepare the video. Is a clear evidence that the Biafra is already here, and nothing any man can do about it. If they like, let them go and hug transformer. So
And
there's nothing I have to say
Dave
here.
Umahi is saying that Ebonyi State is not part of Biafra. And
To hell with him.
my response to Dave Umahi is Dave Umahi is an individual and he's not going to decide to the people of Ebonyi State. People of Ebonyi State,
Even his children self, he cannot decide for them.
exactly. People of
His
Ebonyi State
children,
will have to vote.
he cannot decide for them.
That's
Talk of
right.
the whole boy. Who is him? He's only one man. We are the one that elected him there, and we are the
Exactly.
one to remove him from there. He is clamoring for a president, Igbo president, Igbo president. Igbo president Bukwa. Is it all these boy people that he's trying to kill or to kill away? We vote for him. Nobody will vote for him. Or Hausa people will come and vote for him.
he
Or
will not
Inyamre.
he will not
He
even get
cannot even smell the city itself, talk more doing another thing.
he will not
Uh,
even get there. He will not
mhm.
even get there, not to talk of being the president of Nigeria. He just
Oh,
want to come out, let it be on record that he was once a
Thank you.
presidential aspirant, a big candidate. How did they take the column? That is why you're seeing all of them coming out, including Ojo Zokalo. You know,
They can't do anything. They can't do
they are
anything.
going nowhere.
Because Igbo people, they know where they are going to. Biafrans, they know where they are going to. They don't need any other thing except Biafra.
They
Biafra
are
is only
going
our
nowhere.
hope.
They are just
So
going to
no
waste their
any Igbo man will
resources
come
and
out
waste
now.
their
No any
time.
Biafra will come out now and say he want to vote for useless people, useless fool call themselves governor. They are useless. They are useless. Me, I don't classify them as a human being because they are enemy of progress. They are the one
Exactly.
wasting our destiny there. They are destroying
Azubike,
our people's life there, starving
Azubike,
people's.
just hold on. Let me play that video again for some of us that just joining the program. Let me play that video again. Just stay there.
Yes, the voting still continue. You can see it live and direct happening at Sabah. Our men, our women, our fathers, we are all voting for Biafra. And there is no vote for Nigeria. You can see it happening live in Delta State. The enemy can do nothing about it. Come 16th of February 2019. Delta State is for Biafra. You can see that the line is endless. The line is endless. The line is endless. Oh, hey, Biafra. The line is endless. The line is endless. The line is endless. Oh, hey, Biafra.
This is the reality of what is going to happen in Nigeria if referendum is being given to the people of Biafra. Azubike, my brother, go ahead.
So the Biafra is here. The referendum is here. So nobody will decide for us where we belong to. We know where we come from. Because them that call themselves governors, our people are dying in Benue State, our people are dying in the Iguacha, Rivers State, and other places. None of them talk about Igbo people in Benue State. None of them, none of all these fools call themselves governors. None of them. Since 1960 up to today, none of all these governors come out and say, I want to unite Igbo people. I want to bring all Igbo people together. None of them. It's only now that our leader, Mazin Nnamdi, can come out and say that no stone will left behind. They are doing all this nonsense. They want this, they want that, they want this, they want that. While our people are dying every blessed day in the Benue State. Fulani are killing our people every day in the Benue State. I'm from Benue State, but I'm a really Igbo man. None of them are talking about our people there. None of them are asking what is going on in our place there. None of them. None of all these fools call themselves governors. Later they said, let us remain in Nigeria. One Nigeria bukwa here, Biafra is here, and very soon, okay, me have n'anya. Thank you, my
And in
brother.
and in Benue State, we have our people who are the indigenous of Igbo, and they speak Igbo language there in Benue
Let
State.
nna check and wagi. Aha m yiri gị aha onye Hausa ebe ahụ.
Of course,
I am Azubike.
yes.
My name is Azubike. I am from Ado local government, Benue State. Ugwu Agadonkaleke. Yeah, I am a really a boy man. I am really Benue. I have two identity. Because since 1976, where they create Benue State, we are in there. They create us join Benue's people, but we are not from there.
Hmm.
We are Igbo people. We are not from Benue. We are not speaking Igbo. We are not. Some of our people are speaking Benue. Even some of us are speaking Benue. But we are not. We are not them. We are not Idoma. We are not Igede. We are Igbos. We are easy speaking. Even some Izzi. We are under Benue. Ado local government, Benue State, Oju local government are full of Igbo people, full of Izzi people. Ado local government are full of Izzi and Eza.
But
But nobody.
you speak Benue too, and you speak
Yeah,
Igbo.
I speak Igbo, but
You
Igbo
see.
is my Igbo is my really language. So Igbo is
Hmm.
my really language. Izzi is my really language.
That's that thing
So
our leader Mazina Kani is talking about. Divide and rule. They cut these people out from here. Just the same thing that happened in Iguacha in River State. Some parts, there is a place where they call Elele. And that Elele is very close to Ohaji for some of you that comes from Imo State. And they cut off the people from that people, the Ohaji people, they now remove them from Elele. Then they took the Elele people, they joined them to people of that River State, and they call them River State.
do you know the
The
funniest thing?
same thing that you're talking about now, the same thing happened in Benue.
Last year, May 29, yes, May 29 last year, 2021. Fulani people came in our place, Ngorindo Bashi, and killed 223 people. Our people were called Governor of Ebonyi State to come for our rescue. Governor of Ebonyi State, he said that we are Benue people. We called Benue Governor Governor Otton said that we are from Ebonyi. Where do we belong to? None of Igbo people none of all these fools call themselves governors think about us. We are there facing it by ourselves. Then deny us in our place. And later somebody will come out and say, Nigeria. Don't worry. We are coming for them. And one thing I assure them is that when Biafra come, just 5 years, Nigeria will beg for visa to come and visit Biafra.
Exactly.
It's a promise.
It will not even
It's
be
a
up to
promise.
5 years. It will not
It's
even
a
be up to
promise.
5 years. 5 years is
It's a
even too
promise.
much.
I just give them that 5 years. Nigeria is 60 something years today, but only 5 years. Only 5 years. Mmiri ga-ama ha n'anya. All
Thank
these
you so much, my brother.
all these governors, anyị ga-ha ncha ha niile gba ha ọkụ alive. Eziokwu na agwa gị. Because mụnwa otu anyị na-ele m like this, ijigbo igwe na-enwe m ihe ndị a na-eme na be anyị kịta, ihe ndị a na-eme na be anyị kịta. Last week nke a gara aga, ndị Fulani batakwa na vileji anyị. Bata na vileji anyị, ọ bụrụ kporo ehi ya tụọ wunye n'ime ebe mmadụ kọrọ ugbo. The guy ejekwu ebe a sị ya nwoke m chịpụ na ehi a na. Just please take out your cow from my crops. They are boki wepụta mma ya gbupụ this guy aka. Gbupụ ya aka for no reason. Just please take out your cow from my crops. Gbupụ ya aka. What are we going to do?
And some of these things you're talking about is not only happening in Benue, it's happening even in Ebonyi State, in Enugu, it's happening everywhere.
And all these governors, all of them, they keep silent.
when we are
They
talking
keep
about all
silent
of
as
these
if there's
things,
nothing happening.
people we think maybe we are just generating stories. They are happening on daily basis. And
What
people
is
in
about that?
power seems not to be doing anything concerning all of these things that is happening.
None of them care. Only what they care is their pocket. Only what they care is their pocket. But I assure them, you see, both of them with their ebubatoro, because they are not ebubago, with their ebubatoro, one day, monkey will go market, he no go come back again.
Definitely. It's a fine place to leave it,
Because
my brother. Thank you so much for coming on the
you're
program.
welcome.
Thank you for always coming on
Thank you,
here.
thank you for
Please
having me. Thank
stay
you for
safe
having me.
wherever you are. Please stay safe.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We're going to stop the program here. Azubika is going to be our last caller for today's program. And I will see all of us again tomorrow if God permits. We are going to stop the program here. We've been on air for some times now. And today's program, we're talking about referendum, how it's going to look like. And I play a video for us to give us a little bit background of how Nigeria is going to look if eventually we get the referendum and people begin to vote. And I showed us a video of which I'm going to show it again before I stop the program. Now, watch this.
Yes, the voting still continue. You can see it live and direct. Again, as Saba, our men, our women, our fathers, we are all voting for Biafra. And there is no vote for Nigeria. You can see it happening live in Delta State. The enemy can do nothing about it. Come 16th of February 2019. Delta State is for Biafra. You can see that the line is endless. The line is endless. The line is endless. Oh, hey, Biafra. The line is endless. The line is endless. The line is endless. Oh, hey, Biafra.
All right, so you just saw the video. That is just the reality of the whole thing, the reality of what's going to happen to Nigeria if eventually referendum is being given to us. Now, you saw two ballot boxes there, one for Biafra and one for Nigeria, and people are voting. You see the crowd that's voting for Biafra, and none is going to Nigeria. That is how it's going to look like, because a lot of people have given up in Nigeria. So we're going to stop the program here. We've been on air, like I've said before, for quite some time now. We're going to stop the program, and we'll see all of you tomorrow. I thank all of you who contributed. Azubike, our beloved brother, who called in all the way from Benue. We thank you, my brother, for always coming on the program. So we're going to stop here, and hopefully tomorrow I will see all of you. Good night and God bless. Please stay safe wherever you are. Please, a lot is happening. We are at the hard time now. A lot is happening. Be safe out there, please. Very, very important. Good night and God bless. My name still remains Mazi Udochugu, and I will see all of you tomorrow if God permits. Good night and all Biafra.